What's up, everybody? Dr. 1985. There's levels to this. I got a quick video for you guys from console to PC. You see the title of the video. My cheap Walmart PC cannot run new games. I'm getting ahead of the comment section already. All the stupid, ignorant people that are going to say that. I'm getting ahead of it. All right. So, yes, I'm blaming my cheap Walmart PC right now. Okay. Now, there is some truth to this, right? The stronger your hardware is, the more quality your hardware is. I have seen people show how different graphics card, even though a game may not be optimized, can push through, right? However, PC gamers are pretty good about calling out games when they're not optimized. So, for instance, someone that's sitting there with a 4080, right, is expecting that the game that whatever game they throw at it is getting well above 60. They're gonna expect that. However, if a game is only getting 60 or barely getting 60, yes, it's more than playable, and yes, obviously 60 frames is the standard or whatever. But they're gonna go ahead and tell you like, yeah, this game is not optimized. My 4080 needs to run this game. It could barely run this game at 60. You know what I mean? Or even worse, if you got a 4070 or above, and in order to run at 1440p, you got to use DLSS. Again, PC gamers will tell you, yeah, this game is not optimized. But the hardware will still let you run that game perfectly fine. The issues with unoptimized games really show themselves when you have low end GPUs, right? Like my RX 7600 that I have here, that's just the 8 GB card, right? But sometimes there's issues that are bigger than just graphical issues, meaning games that crash, games that have stutter issues, games that it just doesn't matter how good your graphics card is. The game is just truly, really not optimized. And on a cheaper hardware, I believe you're gonna get to experience it even more, right? So I have 3 streams up today, and they're all on Twitch, where I'm trying to play Avowed. The first stream, I could barely open Avowed. Like it wouldn't even open because it wasn't syncing. I had never seen that issue before. I was like, what is going on, right? And yes, I am using the Xbox app, which is also, I've noticed the Xbox app does not run games as well as Steam does. I don't care what anybody tells me. Like I've played games on Steam and I've played games on the Xbox app, the exact same games. I even said in my Twitch stream that I downloaded Remnant of the Ashes on Game Pass on Xbox, and for whatever reason, like it was stuttering and the cutscenes were acting weird, and I'm like, wait, this is an old game. My PC should be able to run this easily. I went ahead and bought the game on Steam just to see if there was a difference, and sure enough, on Steam it ran flawless. It also downloaded way faster as well. So clearly, Steam is doing something better than Xbox is, right? I don't know exactly what it is, but anecdotal evidence, whatever. I don't have to be able to prove it to you. I'm letting you know exactly how it feels. And that's what this is. This series from console to PC is just me explaining to you what it feels like moving from a console to a PC. You are going to deal with frustrations. You are going to have to deal with different settings and different stuff that you didn't have to deal with on console. But it's all worth it once the game actually runs and runs extremely well. That's where it definitely does become worth it. So again, it's gonna be up to you, completely up to you. But for instance, Avowed now on PC, or at least on my PC, is a hot mess. A hot mess. It wouldn't start, had to restart my PC. Finally, it started. Then once it started, it crashed on me once, and then the third time it turned off my PC, and I'm just like, what is going on? But here's the beauty about PC gaming as well. You don't have to stand for that. Whatever game you're playing on PC, if it's not running, if it's not optimized, and I learned this from my boy ISO Motion Gaming. That's it. We're moving on. We're going to something else. And ISO taught me this with Starfield. He bought Starfield on Steam, or maybe he downloaded it on Game Pass. I can't remember, but he was playing it on his PC, and it wasn't acting right. This is when Starfield first came out. ISO just moved on. He didn't care, didn't miss a beat, nothing. You can say whatever you wanted to say about Starfield. He doesn't care. Like if it's not running on his hardware, he's not blaming his hardware. He's gonna blame the optimization of the actual game. So for me to sit here after I just said this with the title Again, I'm doing it just to shut up the people in the comments. That's the only reason I'm doing it. The ignorant people in the comments. But in reality, it's the game's fault for not being optimized. And it seems like there's a common trend with this freaking Unreal Engine 5. But then we got to be honest as well. It looks like the consoles are being able to run these games with Unreal Engine 5 a little bit better or without the same compromises. I don't know. All I know is this. It's very hard for me to look at these new games that are coming out and support them in any way, shape, or form. And it's getting really, really hard for me to continue to support Xbox with Game Pass when their service is dropping these types of games. When Doom Dark Ages comes out on Game Pass, that better run flawlessly. There's no excuse for these games to not be optimized, in my opinion. Because what's going to happen is you're really going to start losing. You're really going to start losing people. When you have games as old as this, right? Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut that you could buy on Steam. I think I bought the bundle for like $6. And I'm running this game at 1440p, 144 frames, right? And yes, it's an older game, but it's a phenomenal game so far. It's been amazing. Why would I waste my time trying to troubleshoot your brand new game when this game runs perfectly fine and a lot more other games run perfectly fine? I'm sorry to tell you this, though. If you want to play the latest and greatest games, and that's the type of gamer that you are, which there's nothing wrong with that. Like, yo, I need to play the newest thing that just drops. Hey, by all means, right now, you'd be hard pressed to tell me that console is not the way to go. You'd be hard pressed to tell me that console is not the way to go. With everything that we've seen about optimization and all that other stuff, I don't know, man. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But it seems to me like there's more games that come out unoptimized for PC than they do for console. I guess it would depend on what your definition of optimized would be. If you're going to consider the game locked at 60, not optimized, because you can't run it above 60, then I guess. But the beauty is this, though. I still, with all this being said, do recommend PC over consoles as of right now, because my experience has still been phenomenal. And I love the fact that, yeah, I got frustrated that Avowed kept crashing on me. But now I'm playing Deus Ex, which is another game that I wanted to play as well, at 144 frames, no compromises at all. No compromise at all. Maybe I'll go ahead and play Avowed freaking 5 years from now when it's finally optimized. Or a year from now when they finally drop the patches and optimize for it. But till then, no, I'm not going to do that. Dark1985. There's levels to this. If you have any questions, man, please let me know. If you want to blame my cheap Walmart PC, you're more than welcome to. And then for those of you, if you're having issues with the game and you're also noticing that the game's not optimized, I guess my question to PC gamers is this. Why do y'all buy and don't refund unoptimized games? Because I looked at the Steam reviews for Avowed and it's got pretty good reviews. But if you go on YouTube and you look up Avowed crashing, you'll see a whole bunch of tutorials on what to do if Avowed is crashing. But I cannot imagine spending $70 on a game and then having to spend another 10 minutes, 20 minutes looking at YouTube videos as to why it's crashing. That's crazy to me. Dog1985, there's levels to this. We out. Peace.